Yeah. Yeah, just come through the front door and then come straight back. Uh, yeah, the other one locked? I don't come right now. I'll be right back, yeah? When you come down, you gotta duck first. Yo, what's up, hip hop chef? I'm about to give me like 2 minutes and I'm gonna we gonna go live. Stay in there. Here's a chair right there.
You're not in this spot.
Yo, can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me or not? Alright, I'm about to add you. I'm about to add you right now. I'm about to add you right now. We about to get it rocking. Yes, sir. Grams, what's up? Hey. Episode 7. Hold on. I'm bringing the hip hop chef up right now as we speak. Yo,
Yo, what's good? What's good?
what's good with you? How are you?
Chilling, bro. Just got out of work myself, hustling.
Oh man, I want to first and foremost, I want to say thank you for taking the time out on this good Saturday to come kick it with me and my invisible co-host.
Yo,
He's finally back in the building.
in the building.
Shout out to the invisible.
This episode is definitely very, very special to me because this is my first episode and with a new background, a different little setup. This is my second episode diving into the whole chef thing, and your story is amazing. Your passion, your drive is amazing, and your hustle is even greater. I remember one time driving on the highway, and I seen the truck. Remember, I seen the truck from a distance. I had to scoot up on you, like.
Yeah.
So
I bet you knew it was because we was tapped in early. Like,
yeah,
we bumped into each other at an event.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then you try to give me the like a test to see if I was a real chef or whatever. Like, I remember, you know what I mean?
That's just me, man.
Yeah.
That's just me.
But you try to check me though, you know what I mean? Like, just
listen, I'm gonna tell you the illest shit you said to me, and then we're gonna get into it. I remember one time I'm like, yo, what's up? Let me get a day on the truck. You was like, one truck, one chef.
That's a fact. I remember that. It's all love.
So it was only right that I bring you up on here. As you know, this is the Kicket podcast. I talk about sneakers, food, and music. And being that you're the hip hop chef with a hip hop food truck with food items named after, we're gonna get into that part.
Yeah.
I had to get you on here. So just to start off my podcast, I like to ask everybody, musically, who's the top 5 artists that you like musically?
Musically, the first name, see, I gotta go by the names that I put on the hip hop food truck.
Okay.
Those are my inspirations. The first name that went on top off the rip, rest in peace, Biz Markie.
Okay.
He's the one that caught my ear you know, I'm a humorous person. I have a big sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
But even though it wasn't until now that I found out, you know, that he didn't write his raps, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. But his personality and humor was still inputted in it. So he caught my ear. Like his humor just, you know what I mean, him being who he is just caught my ear. And he introduced me to, you know, Big Daddy Kane, you know, and then he introduced me to what's this girl name? The girl, what's the girl name? I just drew a blank. They just did a movie about her.
Who they just
You
did?
talk about, you know, I mean, Queen Latifah was definitely.
Shantae.
Oh, Shantae. Okay.
Shantae, yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? And then just kept going. And, you know what I mean? And I just kept, I fell in love with hip hop after that. But Biz Markie, DMX is a big influence. You know what I mean? He came out. Wu-Tang put me, you know what I mean? I think I'm one of the big Wu-Tang fans. I would say Big Daddy Kane. And to round it off, you know, I got to throw Big in there, you know?
Okay.
I respect that.
Definitely from an influence. He kind of took you on a journey.
Yeah, and the way you broke it down was definitely even you know better for people to get an understanding of why you did it, why they there. So
yeah,
I definitely appreciate that.
You know, one of the things that one of the biggest questions that I get asked is why isn't this person's name on it? Why? Because everything that the hip hop food truck represent is inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I had to find inspiration from somewhere. You know, so the names on that truck inspired me to fall in love with hip hop, and you know, hip hop put me through some tough times in them kitchens. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, listen, we're gonna get it. Yeah, you definitely. Speaking of kitchen, even though you own the food truck, speaking of kitchens, that leads me to my next question. What age did you start in the kitchen, and what was your pay?
I started cooking probably unofficially. I was always a cook. You know what I mean? I got brothers. I don't got no sisters. So somebody had to pick up, you know what I mean, that slack.
Yeah, you hungry.
While mom was grinding it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what it was. You know, everybody had their responsibilities in the house. My brothers did the laundry. You know, I was the chef, you know what I mean, the self-appointed chef in the house. Like whatever I cooked, that's what it was. If I burnt the rice, we ate burnt rice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
But I would say professionally, I started about 22.
Okay.
22. Okay. I went to the New York Restaurant School. You know, that's like an entry level school. It ain't one of those big names, but
yeah, it's not like Cordon Bleu or
right. But it got me. I learned the basics, and once I got in the kitchen, you know, we wanted better. We saw better opportunities. And you know how it is, bro. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Because even the culinary school I went to a small culinary school. I went to Culinary Tech Center. There's only two of them. There's one in Manhattan, and the other one is in White Plains. So I definitely understand. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's like any school. It don't matter if you're going to Harvard or if you're going to Delaware State University. It's all about how bad you want it and what you're gonna take for what they give you and what you're gonna go and learn on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, teachers, they learn from the book anyway. It's not like they get teachers who are like, oh yeah, you're a social study genius. They're gonna give them a curriculum. They're gonna study the book, and they're gonna have us study a book. So it's all about how bad you want it. So I definitely understand that.
It's a fact, you know.
So can you give us a breakdown on how do you feel music and cooking goes together?
All right, so the way I would say how it goes together for me is the beat. The beat is like my grind, and what I cook or what, you know what I mean, the dish that I'm putting out, those are my words. So I speak with my food. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm coming from, you know, by what I'm feeding people. So if You know, soul food is, you know, what people consider soul food. Now I got a different definition of soul food because my background is different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in the hood. I know what the hood likes. I got a different taste. It's almost like sometimes I park in, you know, I head up to 241st. There's a lot of Jamaicans, you know what I mean, out
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
So their taste buds is different. Even
Mm-hmm.
even the people out there, they don't have the same taste from the people I grew up with. They got that they need that Spanish taste. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Up by 241st, they don't want to hear that Spanish taste. They want that spice. They want that Caribbean flavor. You know what I'm saying?
And so what you telling me? You could do it all? You know how to do it all?
I know I could do it all.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I stand behind my food. The other day I was on live with one of the car teams that I pull up, Team Silencio, and somebody else was on their live and they spoke about my food not in a good light. I was like, you sure you came to my food truck? Oh, pull up. If you don't like the food is on me.
Yo, listen. For anybody that don't know, this man right here makes a mean jerk chopped cheese, son. Yo, listen. That shit be busting.
The Hattie Rack chopped cheese.
The Hattie Racks chopped cheese. Facts. Yo, listen. That shit's spicy. It got just the right amount of cheese. The butt. Listen, I seen him get butt. I seen him make about 20 sandwiches on one griddle, so I already know he getting crazy in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? And I already told you, he said one truck, one chef, so that means he's doing it alone.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely take my hat off to you on that one. You know what I'm saying? So how did the hip-hop food truck come about anyway?
All right, so for those that know my backstory, but those that don't know my backstory is I've been a chef for over 20 years, right? I started from the bottom. I worked my way to the top, sous chef, you know, corporate chef. You know, I've managed multiple units and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, you gotta, I don't know, being from the streets, it kind of helped me become a leader because you know what I mean? These streets is rough, yo. You know what I mean? You gotta command respect, and you know, to lead a team of in the kitchen, you gotta be a certain type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now, listen, you gotta be tougher than a gang leader to run a real kitchen.
You know, it's heavily dominated by Latinos. At least
Absolutely.
It was big in Mexicans when I was coming up. So I had to prove myself not only to the Spanish Mexicans, but I also had to prove myself to, you know, white corporate America as well. You know what I'm saying? That I was different, you know, and that kind of helped me out. But you still got to have that grind. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the best and show them that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to act up? Go home. I'm a rock your station. You know, I could do what you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you here, but I don't need you here.
That's that. Shout out to Chef John. He just tapped in. That's definitely Chef John attitude. Like, yeah, I want you to get some money, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
But I got, you know, long story short, I got furloughed, and then the, you know, unemployment was for like 2 months. The math wasn't adding up. You know, they not bailing out everybody, so I couldn't put my life on the government to help me out. So I had to bet on myself, and I pulled out the hip hop food truck. You know, those are two things that I always do when I'm cooking at home or when I'm cooking in the kitchens. You know, it's always music around, because if I'm feeling good, you best believe that
plate gonna be different.
I'm telling you, that's why I be telling people, yo, if you see me dancing and I'm making your plate, just know your shit is gonna be extra good, bro.
Yo, listen. I seen you pull up to event in Mount Vernon at a pop-up shop.
That was the first time I think we met. No, that was the second time.
I was about to say that was the second time.
You're right.
That was the second time. And I'm like, yo, dude really be everywhere. Like, he not playing. Look, pulled up. I'm like, yo, in my head, I'm like, yo, he gonna get shut down. My son pulled up, had the music blasting, and just had a vibe. Like, and that's, yo, listen, man, I really appreciate your grind. Like, my ultimate goal is a food truck. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Each one teach one, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going through it, and I came into this business with the mentality of not wanting it to do it just for me, but just to make it easier for other people to take a leap and be like, yo, you look, like, you know, when you hear certain, only good shit that happen to people you don't know, you know what I'm saying? But y'all know me, y'all seen me selling foods on Friday, you know what I'm saying, out of my crib. I was literally making about 1,500 or just on a Friday. I'm like, yo, wait, if I got this much following, I need to get into this and, you know what I mean? Like, really go in it, you know?
1,500 on a Friday cooking food?
On a Friday.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
And that's only on a 3-month, like, promoing it and pushing it and, you know what I mean? Trying to get it right.
That's crazy because, you know, shout out to my invisible co-host. He definitely be pushing me like, yo, bro, you could just sell plates.
Right.
You could sell plates. You know what I'm saying?
To get,
take the capital and put it into what you really need.
You
1,500 on a Friday. I don't even gotta go to the dice game no more.
It's one day of actual cooking and working towards that, but it's more than that because, you know, we're chefs. We gotta make sure everything is prepped up beforehand so that you could just attack. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. So that leads me to my next question. Being a chef, how did you survive during the pandemic?
I get asked that question a lot. You know, I opened up my business during the pandemic. The pandemic gave me my business. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I knew that, but the people don't know. So that's why I asked it.
Fact though, the pandemic gave me my, you know, everybody looking at me, telling me, wait it out. Let's see what happens. I'm like, nah, y'all wait. Y'all play the sidelines. I'm attacking. I'm not on defense. You know what I'm saying? When unemployment wasn't cutting the, you know what I mean? And I got to come up with the rest. You know, I've always been a worker. You know what I mean? I've always, you know what I mean, got my money legit. You know, and you know, or if I gotta go, it's not legit, but legit. You know what I mean? Hustling colognes when I was young, clothes. You know what I'm saying? Just getting money. I know how to. That's the one thing that these streets show you, how to go get it, and you apply that with education. You know, the little education that I got, the experience that I got in the real world as a chef and running and failing. You know what I'm saying? Just failing. That's a big teacher because you beat yourself up about it while you failing it. But in a couple days, that failure gonna go and you're gonna keep, you know what I mean? How did I fuck up? How did I fuck up? And you learn from them things. You know what I'm saying? And then you apply that shit to life. You know, you pick up a lot of tools and a lot of shit, you know, in your travels. You, as you collecting all these tools and all these lessons, there comes a time in your life where you gotta be like, yo, I have all this fucking knowledge, all this, I gotta use them. You know what I'm saying? I gotta use them to do something with it. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I'm doing. I've ran companies, $10 million checkbooks. You know what I'm saying? From buying plates to the food to the fish to the specials to the labor costs and this and that. I have all that knowledge. I'm just applying it to what I like, which is hip hop and food.
And I respect that. And you did something very dope during the pandemic too. I know you went out your way to help a lot of people in need of food and everything like that. So would you like to speak on that so people will know that too? Like that played a big part too.
Correct. What you know, I say 1,500 in sales, right? But for every dish that I sold, I gave away another plate to an essential worker at the time. Cause I remember that's how it all started. I was going, you know, when the whole shit came about, them BJs and them supermarket lines was crazy long. You know what I'm saying? And I got friends with family and this and that and third. I'm like, yo, everybody can't be going through this shit. It literally turned into a 7-hour trip to the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? And to then only settle for the bare minimum.
Yeah, because them shelves was empty. Shelves was empty.
Nah, you just had to go to the different neighborhoods. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's when I gotta help people out. I got this skill.
At everything.
And I started, you know, it wasn't even for me to make a profit. It was more for me to keep busy during these crazy times. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Done nothing.
And I was hella promo.
Everybody was on the gram. Everybody was on the gram doing whatever they was doing. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to use this time to do something, you know what I'm saying, and try to build something. If enough people buy, I'm literally just taking my money, getting more money to feed more people so that I could build my clientele for the future. Mm. You know what I'm saying? It was all straight hustle, no profit. I was literally not doing it for money.
It's no success without sacrifice.
Yeah, but you know, when you could do a good deed, bro, it is what it is, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Money come, money go. How many times motherfuckers ain't go to a club and just blew shit, or went to a strip club and just threw money? You know what I mean? But what about let's do something good with the money? You know what I mean? I grew up in an era where, you know what I mean, people wasn't really giving back like that. You know what I mean? And I know people from my hood, they make money. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a knock on them. It's just who I am as a person. You know what I mean? I'm grateful to be in a position to be able to help people out.
That's dope. That's dope. So what do you specialize in? Like, what do you say is your signature dish?
My son loved my lasagna. You know what I mean? Lasagna. I that's something that you got to build flavors on flavor. You know what I'm saying? And you got to build. It's not just cooking pasta, throwing meat, and just making it look like a lasagna.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
You got to build flavors on flavors so it could come out to be a lasagna. But you know, I cook. You know, the phrase I've been using lately was certified street chef, personal chef to the streets. I know what the streets want. I don't want them eating the food that the only food options we have here, it's the same shit. You know what I mean? How many people you gonna eat Chinese food, bro? You know what I'm saying? I get it. It serves its purpose. So does all the McDonald's and shit like that. But if you really think about what they serving us, we just don't know any better.
That's garbage.
You know, I don't know. I'm just trying to, educate people.
Educate them.
And give them a better option than was out there.
So being that you you into hip hop, and you have signature dishes named after artists, who's one artist that you would love to cook for? And I don't mean cook at the spot and drop it off. I mean like really cook in front of them, like.
Damn. I don't know. You got me there. You know, I'm not a fan like that. You know, I'm a real person. You know what I mean? I don't care, how famous people treat you. Like, I'm gonna treat you the same. You know what I mean? Like, I got people that I go all fanatic about, or stand about, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I treat everybody that I cook for the same way. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't do anything different for an artist just because they're an artist. You know what I mean? The same effort that I put in my burger for, let's say, for Jay-Z, I'm going to put that same effort to cook it for you and anybody else out there. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's,
your food is your food. It don't matter who the person is.
Correct. But I've had the pleasure of cooking for, celebrities and stuff like that throughout my career. I cooked for Mary J. Blige one time, and I guess she was having a bad day, and she gave me, you know what I mean? I was trying to like, yo, here's a plate for you. You know what I mean? Like, I heard you was in the building, but she wasn't hearing it. I had to cut Mary off for like 2 years. I know Mary J. Blige. Every time she came on the air, like, and I'm a big Mary J. Blige fan. Like, all is forgiven. I listen to her shit. She's dope. You know what I mean? You can't knock what she's done, in hip hop. So, but, I get the pleasure to, to grow up loving hip hop and to be in it, like now, this shit has opened up doors that I didn't even know were possible. You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like I've done events with your people, Hattie Racks and them. You know what I mean? Usual Suspects with Charlie Rock and them. They got a dope studio up in Jersey, and we do pop-up events over there. And you see the up and coming artists and stuff like that. And then when you see them again on another event, they remember, oh, that jerk chopped cheese, yo, that shit was dope. And that's how they differentiate you with other people and stuff, or you stand out in their mind, like, oh, that fucking sandwich was dope.
No, it was. That shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
That's how that's how we met. You know what I mean? At an event. And then we saw each other the next time, and then we saw each other in the streets, and I already knew who you was.
Yeah.
Because we was already in the same. You've been in that realm longer than I have. I'm new in that realm, but now I'm in that realm, and I'm kicking that motherfucking door open. Like,
yo, listen.
I'm out.
You ain't kicking it open. You driving through that because that truck be everywhere.
And that was the whole point. Everybody, that to me, it's not a food truck. To me, it's something different. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do what them food trucks do. That's not what I, envision my dream to be, or not the vision for this food truck. This food truck is to be in all the hoods, serving us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I use the phrase FUBU, food for us, by us. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a dope slogan. Like, oh, I just add food to it, FUBU for us, by us. Because that's exactly what it is. Only hip hop lovers are gonna understand what I'm doing. To other people, if you don't like hip hop, it's just gonna be a lot of noise to you, and you're not gonna understand it.
So let me ask you a question. If you think if a person doesn't like hip hop, they wouldn't come to your food truck?
I think somebody would have to recommend them and be like, yo, look, he does it. Like, if you like a Cuban sandwich, like, look, he makes a good Cuban sandwich. I think you'll come that way. But I think that because of the vibe that I create, like, it's not just a little touch of hip hop. I'm out there in them streets blasting fucking music. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I go into the hood and I'm blasting music. The hood, they respect it, they love it. You know what I'm saying? They know what I'm doing. They respect it. They understand it. So that's why I use the phrase "FUBU," food for us, by us.
I respect it. Hold on, my invisible co-host has a question.
What's up, kid?
Yo.
This is the first time. Yo, this is first time. This is classic. Let's go.
Now, so since you got a food truck and you talk a lot about like the people that you represent, just kind of two questions, and it's real quick. Is like, what's your favorite spot that you pull up at now that like all you people come find you at? And then what's a place like you like, damn, I really wish I could go, bring my truck there.
All right. So one is when I go to 241st Master Blend's Barbershop. That's where the Hattie Rack chopped cheese came about. Because a lot of Jamaicans over there, they read they kind of like walk by, skim at the menu, and they don't see any jerk or anything on it. So they just be like, I make a joke out of it, but I'd be like, no motherfucking bumbleclot jerk, and they just keep moving. They read the menu, they like, no jerk, nothing. Boom, they just skip it. Once I put that Hattie Rack jerk chopped cheese on it, it was a wrap. They stopped, they be like, jerk, oh, let me see what it's about.
That's busting. I gotta get you one of those.
That's one place. Right now, I'm parked over by 172nd and 3rd Avenue by Bronx Prep High School. Shout out to all the Bronx Preps. So I'm over there, and they
pull up in the Mingles parking lot with that.
They receive me the way I am. So for them, they support me on social media too. They tag me. They, you know what I'm saying? The staff, they love me. Now I would say love, but they like the fact that I'm there. I've been there for a month. They're supporting me. It's steady. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm more about trying to tap in with the kids too. It's an option where I could provide the youngins with a good quality meal, healthier than their other options they had before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the same shit they gonna eat for dinner, they eating for lunch. School lunch ain't what it used to be before, but you know, it's just a better option. That's that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to create better options for people to eat.
I respect that. That
You
was a
know,
good question. Can you give us your top 5 chefs that like inspired you? Or if it's 3 or 1, 2, whatever.
I follow the show, so I got my top 5. As far as chefs, first I gotta go with my top 5 is more like my top 5 in hip hop, more older versions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the classics.
Listen, put us on. Put us on. Let's go. What's up, Raya?
Emerald Lagasse.
Emerald Lagasse.
He had the food. He was the first. He made the Food Network pretty much. He was that star chef that carried the show. He had that bang. You know what I mean? Selling fucking Tupperware and shit like that. Name brand pans and this and that. But that's my number 1. Gordon Ramsay is my number 2. He to me is when I feel like I need a kick in the ass. He don't even know who I am, but he influenced me tremendously, because even when I'm having a bad day or something like that, I watch his shows, and the way he kicks ass in those kitchens, he keeps me in line.
Discipline.
Correct, but he keeps me in line because I see him going at other people, and I'm like, shit, if he ever walked into my kitchen and it ain't up to par, tomorrow I'm going in, and people know, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's in one of those.
He just finished watching Gordon.
Well, something like that. For the people that know, that I've told, they know that I watched the show or something like that, and I'm coming in, and everything, inspections on all stations. You know what I mean?
All right, so
that's number 2. My mentor, Bradley Day. He's the chef that I give all praise to. You know what I mean? Like, he's the one chef that changed my life. You know what I mean? He showed me that I could make it. He believed in me. You know what I mean? He gave me my first sous chef job. He took me to Arizona with him to go open up restaurants. You know what I'm saying? He took me to restaurants and showed me different things, different palates, shit that, that I wish I could have done with Emerald Lagasse or Gordon Ramsay. He was he was that guy. He just took me off put me in a different world, bro. He took a kid from the South Bronx and put me in a position that, he showed me a bigger world, bro, where I could eat and, and make a good living out of it. That's number 3. Jock Papon, you know what I mean? You know who that is?
No, I do not. You just put me on.
Jock Papon, he was on Channel 21 before cable was on.
See? Definitely wouldn't have known him.
Yo, he's dope. And then I would go with Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain, yo, he just kept it real with his books, bro. The way he spoke, I feel like he definitely liked hip hop. You know what I mean? He like people like if you check him out, Anthony Bourdain, and you like hip hop, you're gonna understand him.
Okay.
Yeah, he was dope.
He passed away, but you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace.
He had a great palate.
Correct. That kid was dope. So those are my top, you know what I mean? Emerald Lagasse, Bradley Day, Gordon Ramsay, Jock Papon, and Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, that's a mean top 5 right there. Damn, I gotta start thinking about my top 5 soon.
You got anything in there?
I mean,
who you grow up? What made you want to get into the chef thing? Besides the money,
I didn't care about the money. Chefing was being in the kitchen is non-judgmental. It's like it's no judgment. It's like as long as you know what you're doing and you're good at it, like you're gonna catch a groove and you're gonna be great. Like when I had to pick a trade, it was like either electricity or culinary. So I did electricity for like 2 weeks, and I got shot. And I said, "Oh nah, it's over. Like I'm not doing this shit. Like if this little wire did this, I could just imagine what the like. Nah, it's over." So I was like, "Yo, you know, fuck it. I'm just getting to the culinary world."
But what about the dangers of a knife?
Listen,
one of them fingers.
Listen, I never thought about that. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't think about that. So as I got into the kitchen and I started, you know, getting into the groove of things, I'm like, oh nah, this could work. Thank God, right? I never actually cut myself with a knife, like actually doing a cutting motion. However, I cut myself with a knife, cleaning the knife or the knife on the table. I swipe my finger across the knife, like, but I never, like, I almost lost my index finger. My shit was hanging like halfway off, cleaning the knife. Every Wednesday we get our knives cleaned. So, you know, the knives are super sharp. I'm cleaning my knife.
Delivery guys with the knife, yeah.
Yeah. I'm cleaning my knife, and somebody called me, and I went to turn to answer them, and I just felt it. It was like, whew. And I just held my finger. So you know, chefs, we just wrap it up, put the tape on it, throw the blue finger on it, and keep it moving. Yo, word to my mother, I did that shit for like 3 minutes, and I felt like I was about to pass out.
No, that shit is crazy though. The first couple times, yeah, you can get, it's fucked up. You know, you trying to move quick.
Yeah, nah, it get ugly. It get ugly.
Yeah.
It get ugly. But
the burns don't, you know what I mean? You can't play with the burns either, yo.
Yo, listen, burns is crazy. Like,
it be the next day though. The next day.
But this way.
And then the bubble start bubbling up again. You think that shit drying out, but you gotta go work the next day. And you still gotta throw that burn still in the heat.
Yo, listen, you get a burn, and then mind you, we chefs, we can't get off the line. So if you get a burn and you still cooking and that heat hitting that burn, you in pain the whole night.
Oh yeah.
The whole night. That burn gonna attract heat the whole night while you over that stove.
Word.
Nah, that shit is nasty.
Word.
That shit is very nasty. Oh, shout out to my visible co-host. He has the Jordan 11 elephant skins on, black on black, good feet, good feet, prolific. Shout out to the Marathon Clothing. So if you could have your food truck outside of any event in the world, like they be like, yo, you can put it here. You know what the event is. You know what type of music events, whatever, Grammys, whatever. Where would you want that truck to be?
It gotta be Summer Jam, baby. Summer Jam.
Summer Jam?
Summer Jam. Summer Jam. We born and raised in the Bronx, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Summer Jam is where it's at. As soon as I opened up my food truck, I said I'll be in Summer Jam one day. I'll make it. I'm not gonna call them. They're gonna end up calling me.
And you know what? They did have food trucks at Summer Jam too.
I know that. There's a lot of people out there, you know, that are waiting for my cause, you know. But I'm doing all right, you know what I mean? I'm keeping course, you know. I'm not trying, you know, when you take on too much too soon, you know, that's not the process. You rushing the process, you're gonna fuck up, you know. Right now I'm developing my team, you know, a lot of people out there that's interested in helping me take this company to another level. But you know, money is not what I want. You know, I want people that bring shit to the table, not just money. You know, I could just stay the course, 2 years, small business loan. They go, you know what I'm saying? Like I got my game plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick to the course. I'm gonna let people in that can help me and want to help me. You know, not that just want to drop money off and have me work for them. I didn't leave my career as a chef to work for other people. You know?
I felt that. So another thing I like to do that I did with Chef John on the Chef episode is I like to use a culinary word, and I like for chefs to break it down for the people that may not, know what it is. So can you explain to the people what the word mirepoix means?
Okay, so mirepoix, onions, carrots, celery. It's the base to soups, or sauces. So, you take those flavors and you could pretty much create, as long as your base is solid, you could just build, 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 you know. Mirepoix, onions, carrots, celery, brother, is the basis to a lot of, good eats.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for that one. We definitely had to throw that in there. Hold on. Invisible Codes, do you have any questions? Do you have a question?
We're gonna talk about sneakers?
Are you into sneakers?
I like, I'm a sneaker. I'm not a sneakerhead. I like sneakers. I'm basic. Something that I tell people. I've never wore a pair of Jordans in my life,
and I respect that.
I grew up a Knicks fan. So we didn't like Jordans. We ain't like Jordan at all. He broke our hearts a lot.
I respected his game knowledge.
So what's your everyday shoe? Like, what's the shoe that you can wear every day?
Uptowns all day.
Okay.
Where they from?
Where Uptown's from?
Uptowns? Where they from? New York.
So they ain't started in Chicago?
No, they New York Uptown. NYC.
Listen, I gotta ask that because I had a person on here.
Hell no, Uptown's is straight NYC.
All right. That's yeah.
No, we know this.
The NYC thing.
So not to get off topic though, I was on your page and I seen something very dope. So I thought I'd throw this in there and see if you could elaborate on it. You was recently in the Nike commercial.
Oh, word. Shout out to New York NY stickball. When I first started my food truck, one of the things that I wanted to do, or that I set out to do, was reach out to the urban leagues. You know what I'm saying? The urban hood leagues. You know what I'm saying? Just hood leagues where they do the flag football. Those are our people. They into our lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Without saying too much. We always trying to protect the brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they brought me in, and they took me in. Shout out to Dusty. Shout out to Ray. Ray was the one who saw me and brought me out there. That's a fact. He's never gonna. You know what I mean? I appreciate him for that. But it almost like they accepted me as the personal chef. They were asking, "Yo, can you bring this?" All of a sudden, I just start bringing everything that they like. You know what I'm saying? I became their personal chef. There was a video. Nike came out, and I happened to be in the clip. You know what I mean? Like, you can't miss my big ass truck. The fact that it was, it's not, the commercial's not about my truck.
Yeah.
But yo, I'm on a commercial, baby. Like, that's dope. You know what I mean?
Nike commercial.
Nike commercial at that. So shout out to, New York Stickball. They definitely showing love. They definitely helped me, stay afloat during the beginning, because at the beginning of the, it wasn't easy, so the support was, genuine.
You ever pulled up to Dykeman?
Dykeman keep calling me to go up there, I'm still having a little, too much fun. This, there's got to be a reason for me to come up to Dykeman. I'm not just going to go up there to Dykeman just because Dykeman want me to go up there. Whatever people want me to do, I'm going to do the opposite. That's what's gotten me through this whole year. I don't want people to know what I'm going to do, what's my next move. I let them know.
You get to Dykeman when you get to Dykeman.
Correct. Dykeman. How about Dykeman come pull up on me? You know what I mean? Y'all want to see what the food is about? Y'all can pull up.
Yeah, I respect that.
I pull up. I pull up to them chimney trucks. I go up there when I want good food.
Fact. That chimney truck.
They want
Bailey right there.
They could come to the Bronx.
Okay.
Tap in. Tap into my stories. I pull up, you know what I mean? I post exactly where I'm at. Sometimes I do, you know, late night events with the car sets and stuff like that, you know, go down to Brooklyn. You know, the nightlife is definitely dope for me.
No, we're gonna have to pull up on you.
Yeah, we gotta get my invisible co-host.
We're gonna do an in-person episode.
We gotta get him. We gotta get him. The jerk chopped cheese. Like we gotta we gotta pull up. We gotta get him that because, you know,
I guess it in the kitchen.
No, I was
that's one of the things that I would definitely like to do going into year 2 is maybe have a guest chef pull up. You know,
it's only right, man. It's only right.
You know, but I had to establish that as my food truck before I let anybody else. You know what I mean? So, but I just opened up a door for you right there. But you know what I mean?
Listen, man, listen. I appreciate I appreciate the food. Listen, I appreciate the hustle. I appreciate the grind. Like, even when I thought about, because I was supposed to end season 1 at 5 episodes, and you know, my invisible co-host, shout out to him. He was like, nah, let's go to, I ain't gonna say the number yet, but he said, let's go to this number, and then we ended. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then I'm like, I think it's time to give him, you know, the food aspect. So, you know, Chef John had reached out to me, so I did that. So then for the second person, I'm just scrambling in my head, and then I just thought about, I'm like, the hip-hop food truck. So, you know, it was just like, you know, I reached out. You didn't hesitate. You reached right back. You was with it.
I saw what you was doing, though. You know what I'm saying? You saw what I was doing. You started supporting early, you know, and it's only right. You know what I'm saying? This is what I've been preaching all along. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here to support, you know what I mean, and help people out. You know, you following and supporting and commenting on my page, you know, that was appreciated, you know, and, you know, it's only right to, you know, help each one teach one, you know what I'm saying? And we out there. That's why I said what I said, that I might, you know what I mean? One day we'll get our schedules together, and I might get a celebrity chef, you know, and give you that taste that you know what I mean, of what it is to actually be in a food truck and cooking it.
Yo, word to my mother. I need that. I ain't never had that. No homo. But yeah, that'd be dope.
You know, it's more to incentivize that drive that you say to have a food truck is your dream. You know, if you being in there and, you know what I mean, and getting down.
Yeah, I don't know that pressure.
So, you know, we'll put you in there, and you know, that way, you know, we make that dream become reality.
Because one thing, shout out to Betsy Evans. She was my director at my culinary school. She used to always say, she was like, yo, listen, it's mad different type of chefs. You know, you got chefs that'll work a hotel. You got chefs that'll work fine dining. You got chefs that'll work in a school. You know, so it's like you got to find out what your niche is and go with that. And I just felt like I need to cook alone. So I was like, what's the best way? What's the best way to cook alone? Is in a food truck. You know, because you know, chefs working on the line, you might have 4 or 5 people on the line, bro. You know what I'm saying? And everybody not up to your speed. People not saying behind. They got knives. You got hot items. Like, so it's like, if you got your own space and you know how you move, you gonna get it going.
Nah, that's a fact. You don't depend on nobody, but eventually, it ends up being a lot. It ends up being a lot. So you need somebody to take something off your plate. Because mind you, not only am I the chef, I'm the cleaner, I'm the motherfucking prep. I go by. I'm the one chasing that bag, creating
you the dishwasher.
Everything. Yeah. So then, you know, when I bring somebody in, I show them, you know, I don't just tell them, yo, go do that nasty shit, go do this. Nah, I'm just stand there and watch how I do it, so that you be like, oh, he only having me do things that he don't want to do. No, I'm gonna show you how I want it done. You just sit there and watch and get paid just to watch me do it the right way. You know.
I respect that. Nah, that'd definitely be dope because I never, I cooked in a lot of different situations, but I never got to experience that. So that'll definitely be on my bucket list.
Yeah, definitely, man. Anything we could do, you know what I'm saying, to help out, bro. You know what I mean? That's gonna motivate you to get your dream food truck. You know what I mean? Come get a taste of it. You know what I mean? And live it out. You know what I mean? And see if that's what you really want to do.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So, how many items you have on your food truck?
My food truck it changes. I don't have a set menu. I have a set, rotation. Like my burgers, I got 2 chopped cheese, the regular chopped cheese, the jerk chopped cheese. I got the BIG fried chicken sandwich. I got the big punk Cuban. I got the wings, sweet chili shrimp. The menu's not that big because I try to like. What's the point of me having a big ass menu?
And it's only you. You can't overwork yourself.
Well, but then I can't. Correct. Then the consistency and stuff like that's not gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you go to certain places, they known for one dish and everything else is mediocre.
Yeah.
For that, just sell your best hitter because
be great at that one thing.
That's just gonna mess it up. So
yeah, that's crazy you said that because it's a movie on Netflix called Chef.
Yeah.
And you watched it?
Hell yeah.
And you remember what he told him? He was like, yo, play your hits. He kept telling him, play your hits. Like, don't put no bullshit on the table, boy.
But I understand. I understand the owner's position. I understand him. He's about making that money.
Got them rice balls with the sauce.
You gotta have, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay focused. But as a chef, you also take opportunities to be creative. You don't want to keep cooking the same shit. That's why I don't have a menu. The people that follow me know what the staples are. You know what I'm saying? And then every once in a while I hit you with a special. You know what I mean? I'll throw in a chicken parm, some baked mac and cheese, some jerk chicken, some barbecue chicken. You know what I'm saying? During the summer, I try to make it more into like a barbecue spot. So I could just change. So that way I don't get bored of the food that I'm cooking, and the customer don't get tired of the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it keeps me on my toes, the fact that I could move any way I want. I'm experienced enough as a chef that I could move different ways. I could do Italian, I could do Mexican, I could do, American cuisine, I could do Latin cuisine, and I could do a little bit of jerk. I could do, barbecue. As long as you applying the right techniques and you treating food with love and respect, the outcome is going to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like if you start off with a shitty product, don't expect to have great results. You can have good results, but they're not going to be great. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna be great.
You start with a great product, you're going to, the chances of you ending up with a great finish is dope. You know what I mean? The chances are high, but you can still fuck it up.
Have anyone ever requested an item and you put it on the menu and you put it in your rotation and it actually did good and it stayed? Or everything you came up with is like what you came up with?
I can't take credit for the Hattie Racks chopped cheese. That came about in 241st. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put something jerk, and then one of the barbers, Chiz from Master Blend's barbershop,
shout out to him.
He was like, yo, you need something jerk in there. Why don't you try a jerk chopped cheese? He started telling me how to do it. I'm like, all right, you had a good idea. Now let me figure this shit out. I don't want you, to be like, oh, I stole your idea. Like, I don't want, you know what I mean? You had the thought, but I still got to make it, into a delicious, Some people keep telling me about trying to do like a a turkey a turkey chop. You know, use ground turkey meat and do it into a chopped cheese.
Yeah, that might not be bad though, because you know you have a lot of people that love turkey burgers.
And it's
But the only thing about that, you know, you got to really season that motherfucker.
Yeah, because it's gonna dry up on you too.
That's you got to season that.
Yeah,
you know, got some fat.
That shit gonna be. Woo, that shit gonna be tight.
What you gonna fatten it with?
I don't know.
You know, a lot of people throw ideas at me and stuff like that, and it's not that it's something new to me. It's just how I'm gonna make a jerk chop cheese. What's gonna go in it? Are you just gonna throw? You know what I mean? It's gonna be a chopped cheese, a regular with American cheese, and just jerk seasoning, or you gonna really go into it and develop, you know, the flavors. And that's what I did. You know, literally when he put the idea in my head, it took me, like, I liked it and I ran with it. And I started every day when I was closing, I was shopping for, you know, Jamaican spices and this and that and the third, you know. So now I figure, you know, I got it where I want it. So now it's like, I like it. I want to have other people taste it, you know. And a lot of times I get, like, mainly black people come over to the truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll come and they'll be like, "You got mac and cheese?" And they'll be like they'll make a face like, "The fuck this," you know what I mean? Like, the fuck this Mexican looking nigga, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Know about mac and cheese. That's how they look at me, right? Once they taste it, they'll come back. They'll be like, "That mac and cheese was busting." Like, "Oh, you could cook for a Spanish kid." And this,
I ain't gonna front. I don't know if I would have bought mac and cheese from a food truck.
I take it as a compliment, though. You know what I'm saying? I take it as a compliment. So, you know, the as a chef, you know, we cocky. You know what I'm saying? We average. You know what I mean? We got this, you know, this presence about us that we cocky. Like, I feel that I know I'm not the best chef out there. I know that I'm giving the best product that I can. And that's all that matters to me. I'm not out there to be the best chef out there. I'm just out there to give the best product that I can. That's it. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that, because I would never tell nobody I'm like the best chef. But what I know what I cook is what I cook. And
correct. And it's not for everybody. My shit is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know my food is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But when I get those people that come up to my truck and they question me, like, the first thing they'll come, because they see that I'm, you know, I may look Mexican, but I'm not. My parents are from El Salvador. I'm born and raised in the Bronx, you know? Mm-hmm. So when they see me, they don't know what it is, because I don't have a big ass menu. I have a small menu so that you could come close. I want it to be personal. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they approach the car, and the first thing they'll ask, they'll be like, "You got tacos? You got rice?" It's funny. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's funny. But I'll be like, "Oh, all right, nah, that's not what we're doing. The menu's right there." You know what I'm saying? Like, "You got mac and cheese?" And then they give you this look like, "The fuck you know about mac and cheese?" I'm like, "I bet my mac and cheese is gonna be," you know what I mean? And then they come back. I'll be like, "How's that mac and cheese? Like, you was talking a lot of shit earlier." I'm like, "No, that shit was busting. I'm gonna see you tomorrow." And then, you know, the music brings them in.
You never did tacos on your truck?
I did taco once. One of the things that I set out and I stood my ground on is I never wanted to do tacos, because I already knew, being Latin, people would go automatically.
That's fucked up.
Truck. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I dealt with the Mexican. "Oh, you Mexican, you Mexican." Nah, it's all right. Once you get to know me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not Mexican. I'm not Salvadorian. I'm not.
Culture.
I'm hip hop. You know what I mean? That's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. The culture. You know what I mean? That's how I grew up. So that's the way I cook. You know, when I was in the restaurants and it was mainly Mexicans in there, like I said in the last post, one of my last posts was, the music in there was all Mexican. Once I figured out that little 6-pan, you know what I'm saying? You throw your phone in there and it amplifies it. I had hip hop running, and I felt like it was a victory for me. You know what I'm saying? It gave me a reason to, you know what I mean, move. Now, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. only people in the restaurant, you know what I mean, industry know what I'm
Yo,
talking.
yo, real shit, right? In 2019, I started a job, right? I was not only was I the only black person in the building, I was the only person that spoke English.
That's hard.
The shit used to blow my mind at first. However, it made me like jump into their world to where I would barely speak, you know what I'm saying? And
But you learn Spanish out of it though.
OD. So it OD helped me when I got to the next job when motherfuckers is looking at me like, oh, this nigga don't know nothing I'm saying about him.
Yeah, Bourdain.
And they over there whopping their lips, and I walk up to them like, what? And they like, oh shit, like, yeah. Just can't, like, I dead ass used to have to Google translate what I wanted to say to them, and they have to Google it back to me, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Like dead ass.
Yeah.
I remember. That's how. But hold on, this is how I got in trouble though, because it got to the point where I just started blasting music. So the general manager came down like, yo, you can't have no music playing. I'm like, yo, listen, my nigga, who the fuck I'm gonna talk to in here? I said, yo, if I turn this music off, bro, you might as well just send me home because I ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna take me forever. He like, yo, so what you need? I'm like, you gotta hire somebody that speak motherfucking English in this motherfucker, bro. Like, I need somebody to talk to, bro. Like, this shit's stressful. So he like, yo, you know somebody? I'm like, yeah. So he let me hire my man. And then it was a wrap from there. But the funny shit is, I did some funny shit. My man's Spanish, right? So I'm like, yo, I know they're gonna give you the job, bro. And I'm like, yo, don't speak no English. I'm like, because I know they be talking shit about me. So tell me everything they say. Yo, so for like the first month, he used to run back to me like, yo, such said such and such. Yo, such said such and such, such and such. And that was really my man because we used to work at iPick together. He was my supervisor. Yeah, so the kitchen be dumb funny. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. The kitchen be dumb funny. Huh?
What was your first kitchen job?
Oh, my first kitchen job was at Nordstrom Cafe in the Westchester Mall.
Okay.
That was my first official kitchen job. Cause when I graduated culinary school, it was like, in order to get your diploma, I had to do 200 hours of externship. Internship.
Yeah, internship.
Right? So I'm like, yo, I'm not working nowhere for 200 hours and not getting paid. Y'all niggas is fucking bugging. I just had to pay y'all $10,000.
That was how we grew up. I don't know.
I'm like, yo, I had to pay y'all $10,000, and now y'all telling me to go work 200 hours somewhere, and then they gonna have me in a dish room somewhere? Nah, they ain't gonna slave me. I'm like, yo, I'm going to get a job. They was like, all right, get a job and we'll make it an externship. I'm like, all right, cool. So I looked all over, but you know, at that time, if you didn't have no experience, they wasn't really hiring you because, like, especially in Nordstrom. So, my man was working there. Shout out to like my older brother, Rico. He was working there, and he got me the job. And they signed the papers for me, and I got my externship. So I was a prep cook, and I used to have to cut like 20 pounds, like slice 20 pounds of turkey. I used to have to bag pasta in 4 ounces and 6 ounces in the bags, in the prep bags.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah. It got crazy, bro. Like, and we used to have it in. So that shit, and I have a picture. I'm gonna post it after this shit. My prep list used to be from the top of the ceiling to the bottom of the floor. And you couldn't go home until your shit was finished.
Yeah, it's like at restaurants to be having to fold all the napkins at the end of the night.
Mind you, if anybody know, prep cooks is the first people in the kitchen, right? And most times the first one out. I was leaving when the cooks was leaving on the night shift at 11, finishing prep.
At least you stuck by, bro. A lot of people would have quit.
Nah, OD. So after that, from there, I went to Roof Chris. I worked the salad station at Roof Chris, and
where's that?
Roof Chris is a steakhouse. It was in Terrytown. I was a salad cook.
Potato casserole.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Culinary school they ain't teach me. They ain't prepare me for
yeah.
They ain't prepare me for tickets. I'll never forget. It was Mother's Day.
You told me
it was Mother's Day. I told my mans it was Mother's Day. I came in and we had reservations for like 1,500 tables. And mind you, I'm the salad cook. I'm in the salad station. So that means I have to prep automatically 1,500 salads.
Come on.
Automatically. And then the desserts, if they want the desserts. And then the appetizer, everything, right? So word to my mother, this one group wanted sliced strawberries.
In the
Bro,
middle.
I quit. I'm not doing what? 900 sliced strawberries. All right, hold on. Let me go on break. Went home. I couldn't do it, bro. That's the first time I got broke in the kitchen. And I told myself, it never happened again. But that shit flamed me. I ain't gonna lie, it flamed me.
Yeah. I mean, you know, sometimes you're in situations where you meant to fail so that you could grow from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good that you fail. I know it don't sound, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go through those shits to grow from them. You know what I mean?
Nah, absolutely.
Like, I've always been a person that, you know, as I moved up in the culinary industry, I tried going for different positions. Like, once I touched a sous chef and it was salary and it was good pay, I was like, I'm never clocking this again. Right? Then I lost that job. Then I was looking for work. And then I was like, fuck, now I gotta start interviewing for lead line cook positions. And then I get a call to a good restaurant for a lead line cook position. But then that same day I get a call from a sous chef position. At that, I didn't give a fuck where it was. I didn't want to go back to being to clocking in and out. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Salary is different. You work a lot more, but I know exactly what I'm making.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was a sous chef, right? And they sat me down one time and they was like, yo, you want to be salary or you want to be hourly? I said, make me hourly. Because I didn't, you know, in my mind, I ain't going to say the pay rate, but the number they was telling me hourly, I'm like, holy shit. I ain't never made that much money in my life.
Yeah.
So when they say salary and they say a number, I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of money. But I'm like, this number right here, if I do this, like, I'm not, you ain't adding up right there, like in front of them and all that. I'm like, yo, just keep me hourly. And that was like the dumbest shit I ever did in my life, my nigga. Because when you become salary, you locked into a contract, all type of shit.
Your money guaranteed regardless.
Yeah.
Hourly, when I was hourly, I used to take advantage of all the overtime because with the companies,
that's what I'm saying. So in my mind, I'm like, shit, 60 hours overtime, nigga. I
get paid if I work 2 hours, if I work 60 hours.
Then they start cutting your hours.
And that's what I'll be telling, yo, I tell people that all the time. I say, yo, it don't matter how much money you make an hour if you only working 10 hours.
Correct, because all you got to do is get your check and divide that by the hours you made, and that's what you really made an hour, not what it says your pay rate is. You know what I'm saying? So I already know how the business works. So every time there was overtime, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I before I got into the restaurant, I used to have a lot of different hourly jobs and shit like that. But I already knew take advantage of overtime because they're gonna cut you out. So either way, you end up breaking even as opposed to, you know, earning less. So, you know.
So how do you pay yourself? You pay yourself hourly or salary?
Me right now, I just keep reinvesting into my business. So right now I'm not paying myself nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just reinvesting into the business, you know.
All
So
right, that's definitely
No, we're
dope.
gonna pull up on him because
We definitely gotta pull up on you, man. I can't wait, man. We definitely gotta figure something out. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not on the truck. You know, I don't know how you feel about getting out the truck sometimes and getting back in the kitchen.
it all depends, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on the you know, the day.
Situation.
And you know what I'm saying? Some days I'm busy and I ain't got time to pick up a phone call. People text me and I don't pick up no phone calls while I'm on the truck, first of all, because I'm playing music. You know, the one thing I do is, you know, I I really do bring everybody that I support with me everywhere I go. I play TDI, I play Hattie Racks, you know, in Jersey, play him. You know what I mean? I know that's your camp, you know, but I play Molly Stacks. Those are people that I met or had the pleasure of meeting, when I opened up this door, this hip hop door, and I really do support and I bring up, and I play y'all, you know what I'm saying? I play us and I bring us everywhere we are. And people, some people don't know who those people are, you know what I'm saying? But they like the music. And then the first thing that is asked, who's that? I'll be like, oh, that's Nuna. Oh, that's this kid. Oh, that's
Oh yeah, that's free promo. So shout out to you on you know what I'm saying? They definitely know.
I already know how it goes, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there supporting us, I'm out there, and doing it for free. But if I like your music, that's even more, you know what I'm saying? Like easier to support y'all and to support my people. You know what I mean? It's dope right now. That shit, I like to do that, you know what I mean? That's why I created what I created. It's not just for me. It's for me to help other people out. You know what I'm saying? When I first started, people didn't know who I was. But I know people looking. I know people know who I am now. You know what I'm saying? Whether they want to acknowledge it or not, they're going to know who I am. And I'm out here. I'm staying true to my word and I'm supporting everybody because support is free. You know what I'm saying? When I was grinding, wasn't a lot of people helping me out. You know what I'm saying? So I look to help other people out so that those people in return could help me out. And, and the world keep going round and round.
Keep going round and round. All right, so before we go, can you besides Jersey, what other state have you have the truck been in?
Well, not state. I would just say Jersey's probably the only one, you know what I'm saying, other than New York.
So where would you like to bring the truck if you could one day? Like just get in the truck and drive and be like, I'm parking up here.
One of the things you mentioned it earlier, the movie The Chef. You saw his journey, that he did a trip.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that. Once I establish myself here and I could afford to go on a trip, I want to go on a hip hop food truck trip. You know what I mean? And put my food next to whatever town I'm in, the hottest food truck, we're going to collab. And, you know what I'm saying? Let's make some noise. You make money, I make money. It ain't about my food being better than your food. I'm pulling up, you know what I'm saying? And I think people going to want to, you know what I mean? See what New York, you know what I'm saying? Food is like.
No, that's
People don't know what a chopped cheese is like. Some people pull up, what's a chopped cheese? I'm like, you not, the first thing I tell them, I'm like, you're not from the Bronx. You're not
Yo,
from
listen. You know, yo, listen.
Gun Hill.
Look, I be making chopped cheese French fries now.
Chopped cheese.
Crack.
You an air fry cooker?
Hell no.
You like air fry?
What? That's disrespectful. Yo,
I'm
listen.
asking. I'm asking.
I would never listen. I don't use no device other than a grill. Like, if it's not like, I'm not using none of this funny monkey shit that they try coming out with, talking about, yo, let's do this, right? I'm not, we're not doing none of that. Air fry what?
Yeah.
If that's the case, if air frying something, I should be able to throw some fucking chicken in the air when I walk outside then.
Nah, definitely don't do that. But it's a new thing. Everybody's, you know what I mean? Like,
how many times you use the air fryer?
I don't even own the air fryer, bro.
See?
I don't own the air
You used
fryer.
the air fryer before?
I don't own one.
All right.
I got no space.
Raya got an air fryer. I know you got an air fryer, Raya. That's why you laughing. If you got an air fryer in the comments, put your hand up. Put the hand up in an emoji or something. I know somebody got an air fryer. Everybody gonna front though. Everybody gonna.
Dan
Mac is
my little sister got
an air fryer.
Them wings come out of there quick.
Look, Ryan said nope. She lying.
I ain't gonna knock how you cook it. I didn't see you turn some salmon and rice on the stove.
Ah, they lying. Yo, listen, man, it's been a beautiful interview. Thank you for kicking it with me on this beautiful Saturday. I appreciate you. Your story is amazing. Your grind, your hustle. Keep going. Keep pushing forward. I got to bring my visible co-host through so we get that jerk chop cheese. You open it up tomorrow? You open tomorrow?
Nah, today we gotta. Tomorrow's gonna be raining. I've been grinding extra hard. I gotta do that family thing. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
You know, they asking for it. You know, I gotta spend some time with them. So it's a holiday. The kids are off Monday, so I'm gonna try to turn it into a positive and spend some of that time.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah, man. But follow me on my stories. I post my time and locations. I'm not out every day because people requesting me. I do private events and stuff like that. The holidays are coming. If you want me at your job and anywhere, you know what I mean, give me a call. We work it out. You know what I mean. Get me now for the low, because once the man go up, everything go up.
You gotta hit that nigga with the Joe line, right?
Today's
price ain't tomorrow's price.
Yesterday's price.
Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Tomorrow's price.
Just for the record, before we sign off, right? How much is a jerk chop cheese? And the fries is busting too. The fries is busting too. I forgot about the fries. The fries is cracking too.
I don't. One of the reasons why I don't put my prices up on the gram and stuff like that is because people judge you off the price.
All right.
And I'm saying, but if they're gonna pull up to the truck, the chances are they're gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to prejudge me based on the price they see and be like,
he too okay.
You too pricey, or it's too cheap, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Just know that you're getting quality food from an experienced chef, and that you got to put value on. You know what I'm saying?
How much is a regular chopped cheese in the corner store?
Correct. How much is that?
Anybody know how much a chopped cheese in the corner store is? Can y'all put that in the comments real quick before we get out of here? I know, they just opened up a chopped cheese. They just opened up a chopped cheese spot in Harlem called Chopped Cheese.
How much is a chopped cheese in the hood?
Nobody know the price?
$5.
$5?
Where?
Go ahead.
$5?
Like $6-8.
Them niggas ain't using ground beef.
You get it from the ox, bro.
Patties. But either way.
Now you get them from the ox.
$5.50.
I'm not knocking nobody's chopped cheese.
Nah, I just want to know.
I just know.
Me and Bless would get them on Gun Hill.
I just know that chopped cheese, you can't compare it to my chopped cheese. when I first started, when I first opened up the food truck, I actually went and did my research on what a chopped cheese was because I never really had a chopped cheese.
Okay, hold on. Before you get into that, a lot of people don't know. Where did chopped cheese come from?
Go ahead, bro.
No.
Originally, they said it's from Spanish Harlem. Over there by 110, I think. First Ave, that's what I heard. That's what they got on you know what I mean, on social media. That the chopped cheese came from the Habibi spot on, I think, 110th. You know what I'm saying? I personally went and tasted. I thought it was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said Gun Hill.
Yeah, Gun Hill, bro. That's what I say. Gun Hill.
Gun Hill's the first chopped cheese?
Yo, the ox you making on Gun Hill.
Gun Hill?
Hey.
Gun
I
Hill.
don't know.
I directed a video I shot in like 2012.
We putting that up in the stories. We need a poll. Where did chopped cheese created? Where did it originated from? Anybody know? My invisible co-host might cash out you some money.
No, I directed a video like 20 years ago talking about chopped cheese.
YouTube.
What's your name? What's his name?
Bless.
Oh, huh? What she said? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, man. So we
chopped cheese.
I don't know. You can't Google it. Nobody can Google that real quick.
I'm gonna tell you guys, it was Gun Hill for me.
At least.
Somebody said White Plains Road.
Yeah, Gun Hill. It was good. Like,
Gun Hill, White Plains.
Yeah, like.
Oh.
That's where I got it from.
I'm about to try to Google that real quick, and now I'm trying to know. Where did
chopped cheese is an uptown thing.
But I tell you right now, where's the best chopped cheese at?
Is it your food truck? Now we gonna pull up and eat there. Definitely we're gonna check it out.
All right. You're gonna get both chopped cheese, the original chopped cheese and the jerk chopped cheese.
Yeah, that's a fact. We're gonna do something special.
Bet.
Nah, they saying on Google it's saying East Harlem.
I told you Spanish Harlem.
Yeah, that's what Google's saying. So I don't know. We might have to look into that, y'all. All right, well, thank you, Hip Hop Chef. It's been a great interview. We definitely gonna kick it, about some other stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? I seen you with a glass of wine, so I don't know if you macking and chilling, or you about to get up and go. You say you're doing the family thing, so you chilling.
Yeah.
So
you know what I mean? So I can actually have a drink normally. You know what I mean? My drinking, has taken a slow. You know what I mean? I've been slowing up with the drinking because I grind hard on this food truck, so I gotta
you gotta be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah, man, you know how that is, bro.
Yeah, you can't get caught slipping in that.
Yeah, so but it's enough, adrenaline, enough fun on that truck, bro. Believe me, man. I love what I'm doing. I love serving the streets. It's a pleasure, bro. The best part about it is meeting different people and networking. You know what I mean? You can meet people, but if you don't know how to, I don't want to say use, but you know what I mean? To use it to your benefit. You know what I mean? Certain people walk in for a reason. You know what I mean? Their energies, for some reason, you know what I mean? They force into each other, and you know what I mean? I try to make the most out of every every opportunity, whether it applies to me or it applies to you. If I meet somebody that can help you out, I'm automatically, you know what I mean, throw your name in the pot and be like, yo, come check this kid out. I think y'all need to meet up. You know what I mean? So
definitely, and likewise, you know what I'm saying? Likewise.
Yeah,
definitely.
man. The doors are open, man. I hold it open for everybody else to run in. You know what I mean? And let's all get it, bro.
No, definitely. So thank you again. Enjoy your Saturday night, and I'm gonna hit you.
Last thing, look.
Yeah.
I saw your last joint you threw on your shirt jacket. You ain't throw on your shirt jacket. I have to throw on my shirt jacket for you.
Oh, see, that's dope. See, you fucked my head up. You know, I had to switch it up because I'm like, I ain't know. Look, I'm thinking he gonna come with his chef coat, so I'm like, I'm gonna throw mine on. So I'm like, I ain't gonna throw my shit on again, and I'm be the only one with a chef coat, and then you threw yours on. See, that's crazy.
I say that to let you know I'm watching. You know what I mean? What you're doing. So I was like, let me throw on my chef jacket. So you know what I mean?
I appreciate you for that.
I'm watching. You know what I mean? Congratulations. I think what you're doing is a dope thing too, bro.
Yeah, man. You know, it's been. I thought about it for a long time, and I just didn't know. I'm like, I gotta do something, man. You know,
you know
I
what?
know too many people. I'm like, I gotta do something.
And that's what I'm saying. You can know the people, but if you don't know how to activate what you
got around you, yeah.
What's the point? You know what I mean? You got the plugs, but you don't know what to do with them. That's not good
at all. So it was like,
keep doing
it. It's been a journey. I love it, man. I love it.
Every once in a while, go look at your first episode and see where you at when you watch it, and remember where you was at before. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna keep you bettering yourself. Be like, I can't believe I was doing this corny ass shit earlier, but we didn't know any better. I didn't know any better. I take a look at my old videos. You know what I'm saying? My shit was weak. It was weak, bro. I was like,
that's how it go though.
But,
you know, it be nerves. It be
you
anxiety. It be all type of weird shit going on. You understand what I'm saying? And then it be like, I know the people, but it still be weird because I don't know everybody else that's watching. You understand what I'm saying? Because me and you can kick it. We done kicked it before, so it'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had to get over it.
Yeah, but that first video that you post, or the first ever thing that you ever did, it brings you back to a place where you remember your hunger, and you may, at the time when you watching it, you may lose a little bit of that hunger, or you might need that extra little push,
that little flashback.
Correct, and be like, damn, I'm doing a lot better than I was back then. You understand?
Absolutely.
And it helps. It helps.
Yo, the crazy thing is, I can't say the guest name right now, but the guest I'm supposed to have for the next episode is nervous. So they like, yo, you got to call me on FaceTime. We got to practice. You know, like, I got to know what's going on. And I'm like, yo, but you be all on the gram already. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't understand that. And they like, nah, like, we got to practice. Like, we got to practice. So
practice is good, though. You know
I hope I'm going to do it. I hope all goes well. And then I can announce the guest. If not, got to search for somebody else. But, you know, I hope she just, you know, they don't just pull an AI like practice.
Practice.
I ain't going to practice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I hope all goes well. I'm going to let you go. Enjoy your night. Salute.
Yo, be good, brother. I appreciate it. I'm going to catch you out.
You too.
Yeah, bro. Be good.